Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Shareece. I am very excited about 2025 and I love goal setting and intention setting and then looking back at the end of the year to see what I've accomplished and what I haven't accomplished. I want to bring y'all along with the journey, a bit of my goal setting. I've already done a lot of planning. I use the year compass to, process the year and write down what I want, the feeling words, all the things. But I also usually, in a different way every year, go through what I want to accomplish, right? I'm writing it down in a regular notebook, what it is that I want. But, there's some other things that are very important to me that I want to share with y'all. One of the first things for me is growing on YouTube. And I am like very happy with where my YouTube channel is at. I was reviewing the comments and some of the old comments because people, when they see, I say people, what I mean is like the marketing people, when they see that, you have potential and that they can charge you for something, or that one of your videos is, picking up steam, or you're hitting like a consistent view count or something, they're always sending emails thinking that they're trying to help you with something. This vine has already broken, so, we're just doing what we have to do. Anyway, someone left, one of those marketing people left a comment, as they do. And one of y'all, shout out to you, said that they thought I was doing pretty well. Like my channel is growing pretty well. And I feel like I have to agree. When I started my channel, I wanted to monetize it, right? But that really wasn't the primary reason. I just had all these ideas that needed to get out. Like the message was clear: share, 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 like your perspective and your beliefs about God and the world and how things work and all the stuff that I've learned from psychology. Okay, flip. I have such a unique perspective that I think it's powerful and helpful to share. Like there's no way I was supposed to keep all of this information to myself. So I was obedient. I started my channel. I did the videos, and then I started realizing that you need to have like some strategy on YouTube. So I did some research on like how do you become more popular on YouTube? How do you get more views on your video? I hired a coach. I did group coaching, and I feel like I got a lot of the tools that were helpful in being consistent with my topics, my titles on YouTube, so that people who are interested in a lot of my videos could find me. I love where my channel is right now. I know that it's only going to get bigger. I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers. Like, what? That's like a really big deal to me. And every time one of my videos hits over 1,000 views, like I am in awe. Like I feel so grateful, so honored that people find my interesting videos or helpful, that people leave so many, positive comments. So I'm really looking forward to 2025 and how I'm really going to be, on it, like on it. And since YouTube is kind of like career stuff, I think it's fitting to put here, like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of shifts that happen because of the pandemic are switching back. So like, I really didn't want to work for anybody for, I can't say a long time. Every time I got a job, I quit. It just never really felt like the right fit or the right time in my life or whatever. But I have some goals in the next 2 years, financial goals, life goals that I want to reach. And honestly, if I'm being like real honest with y'all, I'm tired of paying for health insurance. I realize that I don't want like a multi-group practice. I don't want to be in multiple states. I was going to say I don't want to hire anybody, but that's not really the truth. I would like to hire someone for my spiritual sense business. I don't want to hire a therapist, to work for me. I don't want to hire a therapist to work for me. I don't want my private practice to become this big state thing. I don't, right? And you do something for a while, you learn, you realize it really wasn't for you. It's not really what you want to do, whatever. And so I know now I'm not interested in hiring employees for my private practice. Now for YouTube, for like book writing, right? Because now I'm revisiting the idea of finishing my workbook. That stuff, I could hire somebody. That feels right to me. But for now, my next step is get a W-2. I really like my private practice as a side business, like a, a side hustle. What do you mean? Like as a secondary form of income. I mean, I'm very proud of myself for being able to live off of my income. Like I worked and thrived in 2024 based on my business, right? Based on my business. And this wasn't YouTube money because YouTube pays me like $35 a month based on my current videos and views. So I'm just very, very happy, very proud of myself. One of the reasons I really want to do this video is because of the Christianity thing. And so it's like, okay, let me tell you what happened. Series of events. Number one, I got 2 Christian clients. And in working with them, I felt like I was more Christian than them. And they call themselves Christian. And then I watched the TV series Evil. And I was like, could I have been a nun? It was a very moving show. Not moving. I don't know what to call the show. The show reignited some things in me that I hadn't really thought about because I don't really think about religion anymore. And then what was the third thing? I started getting triggered online. So there has been a rise in Christian nationalism in America. And what that looks like when it trickles down to the Black community, what I'm noticing is, and there may be other things, but what I'm noticing is a trend in Christian content. And it's a performance. For most of the people doing it, it's a performance. So there are women talking about modesty. There's a lot of talk about modesty. There's a lot of talk about going back to your walk in Christ. You may have heard about the denouncing the Greek organizations. All of this is part of the zeitgeist of the moment. And my love for God and Jesus has never been for the moment. It's always been forever. I'm obsessed with God, okay? So when the Greek stuff started happening, I don't think I cared. I'm not in a sorority. I had tried to get in one. They told me no. It was like some politics stuff. I'm like, I have a bunch of sisters. I don't need this. I don't need this nonsense. But recently, I have been so bothered. Like, if you saw my second review on Isis when she was on Hardly Initiated, why are you so upset, Shareece? Like, why are you so upset? People lie on God all the time. Like, people do this stuff all the time. Why is it bothering you so much? And so all those things put together, like, really has me questioning, like, not my beliefs. My beliefs have been consistent, but like identity, I suppose, in a way I haven't really thought about my identity in a while. I feel more inclined to call myself Christian now. I have a goal this year of reading the Bible. Like, I've read the Bible before. I mean, I grew up Christian. I read the Bible. I went to the Bible studies. I did all the things. So like, even with working with my clients, I am quoting scripture to them. I know the word better than them. I'm just like, oh my God, what is going on? So I was like, I would like to read the Bible. I've even been daydreaming about going to church. What? I had a conversation with my boyfriend asking him if he wanted, like, if he thought we should go to church. Like, what do you think? I don't know what's happening. He's Catholic. One of his goals is to watch mass like more regularly. When we met, I feel like he watched it all the time. Like every Sunday. Lately, he's been busy. There's different phases in his life. He's busy, whatever. What's happening, right? We're going to pray together more. It's like, who am I? Who am I? I don't know. I'm very interested to see like where this is going. But if you've never read the Bible, or if you're revisiting the Bible, like, my recommendation is based on this white boy. I don't think I've ever told y'all this story. Maybe I have. I met this white boy over a summer, and he was so cute. He was probably like 5'1". Okay, he was so cute, and he definitely loved Jesus. Okay, so when I thought he was gonna kiss me, he started praying for me. But his recommendation, like in reading the Bible, is to start with Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and it's the Jesus stuff. Like, if you really want to be a good Christian, whatever, the goal is to be Jesus like. That's why I talk about Jesus. That's why I talk about Christ consciousness on my channel. That's why I talk about love and being a better person. Like, those are the things that Jesus was encouraging for people. So when people are saying God told me to, I'm like, how did it sound, God talking to you? You know, what did you ask him exactly? Because I really don't think people can differentiate if you haven't really trusted your intuition or honed that voice. I don't think you know what the voice of God sounds like. And the voice of Satan can sound just as charismatic. You know, you don't hear, but when you read the Bible and you read the things that Satan said to people, to God, it's like, he's so sinister. And it's like, it's not, it is evil, but on the surface, it doesn't scream at you like this is evil, this is temptation, this is harm. That's why I say what you need to focus on is love. What you focus on will increase. Is it loving, right? That's the whole point of it. Is it loving or is it not? So anyway, that's where I am. I do not know what that will mean for my channel, because there was a topic idea I wanted to do. And I was like, I don't think this is up my alley. I don't know if y'all would be interested in it. I mean, half the videos I do, I'm not sure y'all are interested in, but it was about this idea of waiting on God. I don't think I've done a video on waiting on God. That whole waiting on God, and it's not that I don't believe in the right timing. I tend to believe, like I was having a similar conversation with my boyfriend, that if I don't hear an answer from God, I don't think, let me just wait. I think I need to get in alignment with God more, right? There are things that I need to do to add more peace and joy and love and kindness and forgiveness to me. I need to actively do in order to be able to hear the message that God has for me. I don't think it's just about waiting around. And so the idea of waiting on God for a man, right? Because that's specifically what it tends to be. I never hear anybody talk about, I'm waiting on God to get me the right job. Nobody says it like that. I'm waiting on God to, book my vacation. I'm waiting on God to, what else people do? Whatever. Nobody says they're waiting on God for those things. They only say it when they talk about stuff they can't figure out how to get. And all I'm saying is, I don't think y'all doing it right. That's what I'm saying. I don't. Yeah, and so I wanted to talk about the waiting on God, but that feels like very Christian dating content. And even though, like, I might be identifying as Christian, and my boyfriend is Christian, we were not Christian dating, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. I didn't already tell y'all. I'm not waiting until I'm not waiting until I'm married to have sex. What? I'm not doing that. So I feel like that's already out the window, because that's one of the things that the church likes to preach, one of the most. Like, and I mean, I guess they really only preach it to women, but the goal that, you need to not be engaging in this activity, and, they make it really sound like this sin is the worst sin. And okay, it's 2025. This is the world I live in right now. I enjoy that part of myself, that part of my life, and I'm not gonna, whatever. So aligning with love so that you can attract the man you really want is not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it and nobody would be talking about it as crazy as they are now. Like, dating is the hot topic. And right, I've been out of the phase of, that first 3 months of getting to know somebody. I've been out of that phase for a while. So a lot of my content naturally will evolve to where I am in life. So I don't know. What can I say about the waiting? Do you want to hear my perspective on the waiting, not waiting on God? Because I have things I can say. Okay. I think I'm gonna take off all these leaves. I don't know. Or the ones on the bottom. Because these are so green still that I might not cut. Let's do this. And then my last 2 points. Preparing for marriage, and my son is turning 18. Oh my gosh, he's graduating this year. I'm super excited. He's going to be going to my alma mater. I can't even. That's like a dream I've had, but I didn't want to like push any ideas on him. Like, well, you can go wherever you want. You can do what you want. Yada, yada, yada. So yeah, I'm transitioning to a different phase of my life. I've been mentally preparing for marriage. I'm not engaged, okay? I'm not engaged yet. But I've been really thinking about marriage for a few years now. And I think because I take marriage so seriously, I've been like preparing in a way similar to like how I approached things I really wanted in life, like getting my psychology degree. Serious business, okay? The person you pick is very, very important. So I've just been approaching it with a lot of not seriousness, a lot of intention. It's really about intention. I'm just very intentional about the getting to know you. You know, the getting to know you never really ends. Like even when you know your person, they're still evolving. I'm still evolving. There are things that are happening. So I'm just, the idea of living with a man. I've never lived with a man before. Cooking for a man, like I've cooked, but like not all the time. Like you are gonna survive mostly on my food. That's something that excites me and like brings me joy just to think about. But in action, I don't know. I don't know. Once we get into the routine of our relationship and life, what is it gonna be like then? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm very excited to see it happen. I mean, to experience it. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm ready for all the things. Almost done. So that is, my intentions for 2024. I still want to travel. So there's that, but I definitely am planning to be more serious about my financial goals, and expensive vacations don't necessarily fit, right? I had two that I wanted to do last year, Trinidad and Portugal, and I just did Trinidad. So this year, I'm gonna say one international trip. When I don't do two, we'll do one international trip, and maybe one or two national, one or two national trips. So I'm excited. 2025. I think it's gonna be, well, every year I think is the best year of my life. I would hope so. I hope that the best days for me are still ahead, that I haven't experienced the best days of my life, that there's so much more life to live and experience, that there's so much more to look forward to, right? I'm gonna be married one day. I feel like my wedding day is probably gonna be one of my favorite days of life. So we shall see. What are your plans and hopes and dreams for 2025? What new you are you welcoming or being open to for this year? What are things that you wanted to accomplish last year that you didn't? I'm curious where y'all are, where y'all now, where you want to be, where you want to go. Let me know in the comments what has been on your mind, and I'll see you in the next one.